What's that?
I think they had strategic planning or something,
Oh,
maybe tonight. Or maybe that could have been a different one too, but
good.
anyway, we're good. Yep.
Call the City of Staples City Council meeting to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. We'll get started right away with the approval of tonight's agenda.
Second.
Motion by Doug, second by John. Discussion? Okay, not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 3 is to approve the consent calendar, which is the minutes of the previous meeting and payment of bills.
So moved.
Motion by Ron, second by Doug. Discussion? Okay, not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. That'll move us to item number 4, and that's to consider railroad days approvals. Maddie from the chamber is here.
I come up to the,
Do you want you to hand out these over
so I think the most up-to-date letter that we received from you is in their packet already, so they should have that.
Okay. I also have maps printed out for reference.
Yep,
I think we
that'll
also,
work.
Oh, perfect.
We're
You're
good.
prepared. Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Maddie if you haven't met me. So the first thing, starting on Friday, is the car show at Beck's. Very similar to how they did it when it was Twisted Sister. Closing 3rd Street Northeast from Highway 10 to 2nd Ave and the city parking lot at the corner there from 2 to 10, and then allowing them to have outside liquor stores during the duration of the car show. Do you want me to just keep reading or stop after each one? Or doesn't matter, just keep reading?
what's that?
Do you want me to keep reading or stop after each one?
I think if anybody has any questions, is it okay if we interrupt and
Yes,
and ask
please.
those?
Please.
Otherwise, then-
Just kind of go through what it
Just
is.
holler.
Yeah.
So then the parade, registration will start at 2 p.m. in front of the auditorium, and then lineup will be by the high school, baseball fields, down where it's been in the past. The parade will start at 5 p.m. and will take no longer than 3 hours. The parade route will go south on 4th Street, west on 3rd, and back north on 5th, like it has the most recent parade that we had. Them requesting that the city provides traffic control during the parade and no parking on the parade route from 2 to 8 p.m. and requesting the city to provide cones and any like barricades and signage of the parade route. And then the chamber also has parade signage that we'll put out. Closing 3rd Street Northeast from Pleasant Ave to Dower Ave and Centennial Drive and that's 3 to 5 p.m. I didn't update that from previous. So that'd be from 3 to 5 p.m. So just during the lineup of the parade. And then closing 4th Street Northeast from Dower to 3rd Ave and then 3rd Ave to 4th Street to 5th Street to 3rd Ave to Dower Ave. And that's from 2 to 5 p.m. I just missed updating those two. So that's everything on the parade. And then for lefties, they're hosting the street dance. The stage will be set up just west of the intersection of 5th Street Northeast and 2nd Ave, facing west. It'll be set up at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, and it will also be taken down that late that evening. And then allowing lefties to run outdoor beer sales, from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then closing 2nd Ave from just west of that intersection with 5th through 4th Street intersection from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. And just a note on that, that's the last, after this year, once we determine a location for the street dance, it will stay there moving forward. So this is last year, it'll change. Okay. Okay, so then on the next page is the 5K. It will start at 8 a.m. and it'll be completed by noon. So closing portions of 8th Street, Prairie Ave, 4th Street, 5th Street, 3rd Ave, and Warner Road. And then you can read the route there. And then requesting that the city provide cones for route identification. And we also have signage at the chamber that we'll put out for some extra route identification. And we have some volunteers to help traffic control on our end. Next is the vendor show. So setup for this will begin at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. So requesting that all of 4th Street Northeast, starting right off of Highway 10, all the way north to the intersection of 4th Street Northeast and 3rd Ave, be closed. And this will conclude no later than 8 p.m. on Saturday. And then our food and beverage vendors will be set up on 2nd Ave Northeast from just past the police station by the community events sign to just west of 5th Street for the food vendors to be set up. And then a rest area with picnic tables and a large tent donated by the Lions, and overflow activities will be filling this space. And then requesting that space all day from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. In that space, allowing Roundhouse Brewing to sell outside beer from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and allowing the chamber to serve beer from Jack Pine Brewing from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's the chamber and the JCs. It'll go under their insurance. And then with that, no beer is going to be allowed outside of the permitted event areas, 4th Street and 2nd Ave. And then for a kids zone, we're planning on holding the bounce houses, kids activities, that kind of stuff in the First International parking lot that's already been cleared with them. And that would be all day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Requesting that the fire department fill the barrels with water for anchoring the Lions tents. They've already been contacted and approved this. The tents will be located on the intersection of 2nd Ave and 4th Street. Requesting that the city provide cones, barricades, parking signage for road closures in the event areas. Provide 2 dumpsters to be located by the family hair care salon. Provide garbage cans for all event areas, and provide electrical hookups for inflatables and limited food vendors. Then moving on to Sunday, there's an ice cream social at the Seventh-day Adventist Church. They're requesting road closure on Dakota Ave from 4th Street Southeast to 5th Street Southeast on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for their event. Are there any questions on all of that? Sorry, I read fast.
I had someone from the community just today brought up a concern about the, and I didn't catch it, I guess, in previous, but allowing the Roundhouse Brewing and the Jack Pine Brewing to come over and sell in Staples, you know, and kind of compete with the local establishments. So I said that I would bring it up for discussion, or if anybody else.
I had the same, somebody approached me about that too, having people from out of the area come to sell,
Sure.
you know, the brewery stuff. And I think that some of the bars sell their products, I think, anyway, but I don't know. I have no idea, but.
I think the board and committee's standpoint or reasoning for that was because no one is hosting a beer garden this year, and just to have some kind of beer sales during the day outside, and because those are at our local restaurants. And we did ask each restaurant in town if they did want to have a booth and sell food or beer or anything like that.
Okay.
And there wasn't a lot of interest just on the food side of things.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that's why we came to that conclusion, but
Okay,
either way,
thanks.
yeah, yep.
Is there anything, Gerald, Missy, that's different that, you know, because they're doing some things different this year that. Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, we'll work out some of the logistics on, you know, road closures and cones and all of that stuff. Kind of still doing an in-house assessment of our supply.
I got 4 of them, I think, in my rental. Cones.
Oh, you do? Do they say City of Staples?
No, I'm just saying, that no, they don't, but I'm just saying, I'm kind of joking that I could provide 4 for them.
No, we've got the, I submitted the, you know, the Mndot road closure permit applications for 3rd and 4th Street, and those have been received by Mndot now, so that shouldn't be a problem. We're getting some signage a little bit different than we've utilized in the past. There's no right turn, no left turn type signs put out there with cones and barricades. We don't have the setup like Mndot does, you know, when they come in and close the road, so
And we have enough garbage bins and all that kind of stuff to put out.
Yeah, got
Then-
those blue barrels.
Okay, and then I see the question on, who's gonna empty them and where do they empty them, and is that
Now,
something you work
They would
out?
go into the dumpster, and we're working on, from a staffing standpoint.
If you need me to add that to my volunteer sign up, I can too. I've
Okay,
got people.
well, we'll be in communication,
Sounds good.
so they'll get emptied.
Sounds good.
Well, if there's no other questions or concerns or. Entertain a motion, I guess.
I just want to just say that I'm all for everything except that, that I object to a couple of different things. And so I just wanted that on the record, if they would put it on there, that I'm not for the dance and the alcohol.
Okay, make a motion to approve the
Okay, and motion by Doug.
itinerary for the railroad days.
Is there a second? Second. Second by John. Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Well, good luck, Maddie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maddie.
All right, we'll move on then to item number 5, and that's to consider Charter Commission recommendations for member appointments.
So in your packets on page 12 are the minutes of the July 14th Charter Commission meeting. And, every couple of years, we have different member terms that are expiring. And Stan Carlson requested not to renew his term starting next year. Katie Norris had volunteered. So the list that we're requesting the council to nominate to the district court judge would be Chris Etzler, Mary Jo Goff, Bruce Nelson, Katie Norris, and Mary Thur for a new term starting next May, I believe, of 2022. So just a refresher for everybody, the Charter Commission members, the commissioners themselves are actually appointed by the judge, not by us. The judge really doesn't want anything to do with it, so trust me, those 5 names, if advanced by the council, will be on the Charter Commission.
So you need a motion.
Need to nominate.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, got a motion by Roy,
Second.
second by Doug. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That'll move us to item number 6, and that's to consider action related to Wadena County tax forfeit parcels.
On page 13 and 14 in your packet, page 13 has a spreadsheet describing the 8 different parcels of property in Wadena County, all kind of up in that Valley View neighborhood that have gone tax forfeit and are being offered to us. We did, reach out to Wadena County indicating that we would like them to establish a price, and then we would consider whether we're interested. So the second page of the information there, I took, it's not quite with color crayons, but close. Just took a marker and kind of identified the parcels that we're discussing here tonight. One of those is a larger parcel that's currently zoned B1 on Airport Road between Spruce and Airview Drive. And then there's 7, what I would describe as residential lots, 4 on the north of Spruce and 3 on the south side of Spruce. So the individual prices that, that they have on here for minimum bids are identified over on the right-hand side. Grand total for all 8 of those is $20,225. We've been talking about those lots up there and when, when are they gonna be available? They've been unavailable for any kind of development for quite some time. Talked about it at EDA earlier this evening, and it's their recommendation to acquire those. And the next step in this process, if we do get them, is basically gonna be to have the conversation about what do we wanna do with the assessments, what would the sale price be, is it an all-inclusive or 2 separate things, all of that. But basically the action that we're looking for here tonight is, do we wanna buy these from Wadena County ahead of the sheriff's sale, or not? We can see what the prices are. If we do buy them, we have control over them and can, put some limitations on the sale as well, as far as timing and things like that for construction.
I move we purchase the said lots at $20,225.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Ron, second by Mary. Any discussion? Questions? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, move on to item number 7, and that's to consider approval of the 2021-2022 school resource officer agreements with Central Lakes College and the Staples Motley School Districts.
I have copies of the proposed SRO agreements with those 2 organizations in your packet. We did meet last week, I believe it was, with the school district, and have not yet met with the college, but as long as we have it on the agenda, we get approval on it. The price is basically determined by wages and benefits. But I think the SRO position has been working out well for both the school district and the college, as well as the city.
You want to do those together or separate?
I think we can take action together.
My only question would be, are they, is there any difference from previous years that we've done them? They're exactly the same. Okay.
Just the dollars.
I'll move approval of the school resource officer agreements with Central Lakes College and Staples Mountain School District for the 2021-2022 school year.
Okay. Second. Okay, motion by Ron and second by John. Any discussion? Okay, not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That'll move us to number 8, and committee reports. Did we have a parking?
We don't have any minutes, and right now Trish is knee-deep in a failed lift pump at the seasonal campground out there. So we'll kick it to 2 weeks from now, if that's okay with the council.
I'm okay.
Okay with me.
All right. That'll move us to open forum. Our guests leave. Is there any other open forum?
Wonder if he'll be back.
Okay, we'll move to city administrator's report.
Just a few items. Staff continue to work on implementing the iWork software. Basically, our rental licensing, our code enforcement components of that are pretty well, I would say pretty well implemented and being utilized. Permitting will come along probably this fall. I think so far the software is pretty intuitive and pretty easy to utilize, so I think it will be valuable. The Tyler Technologies Encode, the utility billing finance software that we're switching to for the AMI system is we're just at the beginning stages of that process. They anticipate that, that whole conversion could take up to a year. So it'll be a time-consuming process going through and getting that all set up, getting all of our data transferred in. And hopefully by early summer next year, that's up and running. We're fully switched over to it. Wastewater treatment plant progress meetings are ongoing. You know, as we've indicated on some other updates, there's some supply chain issues on some equipment and things as simple as plumbing fittings that you just can't get right now. So we're gonna actually start going to a every 2-week progress meeting, just so we're sure we're staying on top of what's happening there. So. And then just other stuff, you know, airport, we've got all those airport projects, many of them still struggling to get even a second quote. So we may end up in a position where we kind of have to deviate a little bit from, you know, kind of our normal procurement process as far as second quotes, and go with the ones we got in order to get the work done. So it's like pulling teeth trying to get people to even want the work right now. I've never seen anything like it.
Because they don't have enough employees, or they have too much?
Too busy, just not enough employees, whatever. I don't know. It's amazing. So. Even the, you know, like the T-hanger door maintenance type stuff, the company from West Fargo that I did get to come and they provided a quote, they originally talked about maybe coming last August, and I think it was February before they finally got out here. You know, so, and I think we're seeing that a lot with you know, a whole bunch of different stuff, just trying to get contractors to, you know, to come out and want the work and then show up and do the work, if they do get the job. So it's a challenge, I think, for everybody out there, you know. That is all I have tonight, unless there's
Anything
questions.
more on the building permits and the stuff for the expansion of the daycare?
You know, I actually emailed out to Lakewood today. We have not received a new building permit application. Apparently there was some communication between Lisa and Darren about when, you know, when that is coming. There was a plan, you know, basically a code review required from an architect, but I haven't had any time to follow up with them. But I called her yesterday and she emailed me back this morning, so.
Yeah, we want to get that done, so we can get, there's a big need for that daycare with Little Cardinal Academy closing. So hurry up, wait and see, I guess.
I move that we adjourn.
Got a motion
gets
by
it?
Roy and a second by Ron? All right. All those in favor? Opposed?
He was gonna beat you, Roy.
You would have spoke up, I
Thanks,
have.
everybody.
Bye. See you, everybody.